legends of adventure and treasure.
I never planned to become a treasure hunter. It started as a simple obsession, a curiosity that wouldn't let me sleep. Every city has its secrets hidden beneath years of noise and dust, and that night the dimly lit street at night rain reflecting city lights on cracked pavement, faint fog curling through the air seemed to whisper one of them. My friend Noah had sent me a message saying, "You're not going to believe what I found," and that was enough to drag me from my apartment with a flashlight, gloves, and a metal detector that barely worked. We met near an abandoned parking lot behind an old diner, two figures standing under a flickering streetlight, the silence thick around us. And he looked at me with a grin, carrying both excitement and fear. The lot was empty, distant traffic echoing through the night, and Noah pointed toward a crack in the asphalt where something metallic glinted faintly. "Right there," he whispered, and I knelt, brushing away the dirt, my pulse quickening as I uncovered a small coin, tarnished and worn, its engravings unlike any I'd seen before, ancient and misplaced in time. We kept digging, carefully peeling layers of soil and concrete fragments, and hours passed unnoticed while fragments of rusted trinkets, broken watches, and old keys surfaced, ordinary yet connected, like remnants of lives forgotten. Suddenly, I hit something harder. A small box locked and covered in grime, and when Noah held his phone flashlight closer, the rusted lock gave way with a quick twist of my screwdriver. Inside were several old coins, a folded piece of paper, and a ring that shimmered faintly even in the weak light, the night itself holding its breath around us. The next day, I couldn't stop thinking about that ring with the odd symbol, a spiral enclosed by triangles, and I spent hours online scrolling through archives, images, and collectors' forums. Every lead turned cold, but one comment stood out. "If that's real, you should check the old subway tunnels under Eastbrook, sealed for decades yet irresistible." By dusk, flashlights cut through the damp air of the forgotten station, graffiti on the walls telling stories of rebellion, and the faint hum of dripping water echoing as our steps bounced through the tunnels, the sense of déjà vu growing stronger with every movement, as if something wanted to be found. Noah kept watch as I brushed debris from a half-buried crate, finding fragments of old machinery, wires, and beneath them a velvet pouch covered in mold. Inside were coins identical to the ones before, and a medallion with the same spiral symbol. The air felt heavier with the realization that these had been hidden intentionally. Shifting gravel echoed from somewhere down the tunnel, and when Noah whispered, "Let's get out of here," we didn't argue, emerging to city lights that looked almost unreal, the medallion warm in my palm, and I whispered, "This is just the beginning." If you feel the same pull, share your theories and join the next hunt, because the next place is even stranger than this one. Sunrise over city rooftops casting light on the medallion. 2 days later, I stood by the shoreline of a forgotten dock, salt and rust thick in the air, Noah pointing to the water where he said, "If the trail's real, it might be down there." And I knew he was right, despite laughing. We rented diving gear and plunged into freezing water, visibility near zero, each kick like swimming through smoke, until my flashlight caught a wooden crate lodged between two stones, carved with the spiral pattern. Back on the dock, soaked and shivering, we pried it open to reveal silver coins, glass vials, and a journal sealed in wax, pages faint but readable. The spiral marks the way, only where no one dares to look. That night, waves crashing in the distance, I couldn't stop staring at the spiral, feeling it pull me forward, a guide for those who couldn't stop searching. Campfire nearby casting flickering shadows on the journal. The next lead pointed inland to an abandoned mansion on the outskirts of town, the gate creaking open like it hadn't been touched in decades, dust floating like slow-motion snowfall. Noah stayed at the entrance while I explored a study lined with rotting ledgers and yellowed maps, discovering a small chest sealed with wax stamped with the spiral. Inside were gold chains, gemstones, and a photograph of a man standing near a cave entrance, the back inscribed, "The last one rests beneath the stone, candlelight flickering over it." Footsteps echoed down the hall, too heavy to be Noah's, and I froze, the metallic scent in the air thick as I quietly moved the chest toward the exit. The door swung slowly shut behind us, and Noah, pale in the car, said, "We're not the only ones looking." Headlights reflected in the fog confirming the truth. Weeks passed as we followed clue after clue, subway tunnels, riverbanks, empty lots, until the abandoned amusement park outside the city appeared. Rusted rides, broken signs, faded posters, and at the center a carousel perfectly intact. We pried open its base to find a hollow space filled with old wood, gears, and dust, until a metal case wedged behind the mechanism caught the light. Inside lay a golden compass spinning wildly before settling to point due north, engraved with "Where no one believes," golden light reflecting off the mechanism. We stood in silence, the sun setting behind rusted rides, realizing the quest was no longer about treasure but proof, curiosity itself the real key. Join me in this search, share thoughts, and subscribe, because the next discovery might rewrite everything we thought we knew. Weeks later, I followed the compass north alone, leading to an open field miles from the city, nothing around but wind through tall grass. The compass trembled in my hand, pointing toward a small rise of stones. Beneath them, a hollow chamber carved long ago revealed a chest wrapped in cloth, sealed with the spiral mark. Inside were letters, photographs, and maps connecting every location we'd explored, telling stories of explorers across generations. The spiral wasn't just a symbol, it was a promise, a chain of discovery never ending. For the first time, I felt peace, knowing the treasure wasn't wealth but connection, the invisible thread linking every curious soul. I left the chest sealed, walking into dawn, light spreading across the horizon, smiling at the wonders hidden where no one believes they could exist, perhaps the greatest treasure of all.